Someone is stunned. You found out their dirty little secrets. Yes, sir. Let me say it louder. For my chosen ones in the back. Listen, family. Someone is stunned. You found out their dirty little secrets, all right? I'm going to tell y'all straight up and down. Now, I need y'all to drop in the comments and say, I knew it, all right? Drop in the comments, family, and say I knew it, because this video is full of confirmation, but not only the confirmation, it is full of the closure that you needed, right? They wasn't going to give you closure. They were too embarrassed. They were too ashamed and too afraid to acknowledge the fact that they have been revealed and unveiled. Simple as that, y'all. But you already felt it within your intuition, for my ladies. You already felt it within your discernment, ladies and gents. So with that being said, y'all, you just had to accept the fact that you had realized early on in the beginning that they were not right, right? This person their vibe was off. Their energy was off. And so with that being said, y'all, once again, this is now the closure that you need. And people really have the nerve to be stunned. Like, people really have the nerve to be shocked as if you did something wrong. No, that was you. You lied about who you were. You lied about, your traits and your characteristics. Why? Because you wanted to hide it. You knew I would immediately be turned off by it. I'm not just talking about looks. I'm not just talking about how a person physically appears. I'm talking about mindset, mentality. I'm talking about spirituality, right? I'm talking about how a person carries themselves. That's what I'm talking about. But people oftentimes hide themselves, okay, or keep themselves from being revealed in order to get in order to go further, in order to be elevated and uplifted. Yeah, I'm gonna lie about me and neglect your requirements and standards. And we see it all the time, y'all, especially in today's time within America. All right. Even on social media, that's the most notorious place where it is, where people are lying consistently. All right. You don't know if that's really his money, that's really his car. You don't know if that's really her body, her natural beauty. You don't know if they're really friends or not. Anybody can post a picture and say, hey, what's going on? And then walk off like they don't even know each other. Anybody can meet a celebrity and say, hey man, I really admire you. Can I get a picture real quick? And then now they posting, acting like they've been hanging out with Will Smith their entire life. So what I'm saying is, y'all, is that the world is full of fake people with dirty little secrets. All right. And today we are about to expose them. Somebody drop that down below in the comments. Expose them. Yes, sir. But listen, y'all, without any further ado, y'all see we are right here in front of the gray legendary couch. We ain't known it, y'all, but hey, we in front of it, so close enough. Today is a great day. Festivals out in the city. All right, people out here cutting their grass, leaf blowing, the birds chirping. Everything is great, y'all, on this. What today is, y'all? Saturday. All right, today is May the 24th. On this Saturday, everything is feeling good, looking good. And so I say all that to say this: I'm sending nothing but good vibes and good energy, prosperity, happiness, and love to the family. All right, but let's go ahead and get directly into this, y'all. Leave a thumbs up on this video, as well as subscribe to the channel. Ring my bell so you can be notified after every single video I post. All that jazz. All right. Number one, y'all, the reason why someone is stunned, you found out their dirty little secrets, is because number one, they lied about who they were. They lied about who they were. Okay. Anybody seen the movie Blue Streak? I'm sure y'all have. It is a classic by the great Martin Lawrence. All right. The great Martin Lawrence. I rock with that boy heavy. But what I want y'all to understand is that he was a criminal who was a diamond thief, right? A criminal diamond thief. And he was in a group of 4 guys, right? They were stealing this diamond. And they almost had it. However, the security came in and it kind of messed up their entire operation. Cover was blown by one of their own. One of the guys, he was greedy, right? And that kind of threw them off. What happened was the cops was on to him, and they had to put the diamond or store the diamond inside of a vent or somewhere like that. Martin Lawrence ended up serving time. I think he served about a few years. I can't think of exactly, but he served a few years. And once he got out, his mission was to go wherever that diamond was. When he went back to the place was a police academy. So he had to lie about who he was. He had to go in there and say, hey, my name is, I think he said his name was Malone. If y'all know the movie, man, y'all know, but he said his name was Malone. He said that he was like a special services. Nobody can pull up his records or any of that, right? And he walks in there, y'all, and he acting like he one of them. He acting like he a cop whole time. He's a criminal. And it wasn't until the end of the movie when they went to Mexico, when he crossed the border and he finally told them, this is who I was. Because, you can't cross the Mexican border unless you get the say-so from their officials. It just is what it is. You can kill a man, you can rob a bank, whatever the case is. You cannot cross that border and go get them unless they have you had some type of say-so by the officials over there. It is what it is. But long story short, y'all, they thought that Martin Lawrence was a good guy, a cop. He was just rough around the edges, but they liked that about him. The point is, he lied about who he was. And once they realized who he was, they couldn't touch him. However, it was almost like a slap in the face to him, like, he got us. So, family, what I'm saying is, when you lie about who you are, and when people finally realize it and find out, it's a bummer, right? People are like, what? No wonder you moved from your hometown. You had a terrible reputation. No wonder you was, you got divorced. You was a cheater, right? No wonder that person don't want to be your friend no more. You can't be trusted. You see what I'm saying? But when people lie who they are, it's because when people lie about who they are, it's because they're trying to hide something, right? You ever seen a person leave their hometown? Whether it's male or female, maybe a female had a whole reputation, right? Maybe a guy had a criminal reputation. They moved to a new city to try to get a new identity. But the problem is not your location or your place of stay. The problem is within you. That's why the problem keep on following you, right? But sticking to the point, y'all, they lied about who they were. And you found out their dirty little secrets. Now they are stunned. And they can't even face you face to face, eye to eye. They are all somewhere else. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. Number 2, you were never their type. Yup, this right here is another bummer. You were never their type. Listen, y'all, I'm not just talking about a relationship, although I am. I'm not just talking about a friendship. I'm not just talking about a job or a family member or a random person that you meet. I'm talking about all of it, y'all. Sometimes people will portray to be something that they're not just to get whatever they want. You were never their type, right? And here's the thing. It's not even just with people. It's with things too. Apartments, houses, cars. Y'all ever seen a person who was broke before? They didn't have money or the resources to really get what they want. As soon as they got money, they was gone. Like Elroy said on next Friday, I was one of the ones who said I wasn't gonna lead the hood. I was one of the ones who said I wasn't gonna ever change up on my people. But as soon as I got my $1 million, I was gone. Y'all remember that. But what I'm saying is, y'all, this is who they are, right? This person never wanted to live there. This person never wanted the type of person that you were. This person never wanted to be in this environment, but they did it because they felt like they had to get to where they were trying to go. You were never their type, right? And this is another form of using a person, okay? You ever seen a person leave a relationship and they end up with the exact person that they want, and you can tell it's their type because you probably caught them looking at that type of person, right? They talked about that type of person, or maybe they tried to turn you into that type of person. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? You were never their type. And people who are like this, they're merely a placeholder. I'ma hold you in place until I get what I really want. We do it with jobs all the time. I'ma work on this job until I get what I really want. Why? Because it's only a placeholder. Simple as that. So when a person is when you were never a person type, right? And you find out that dirty little secret, they're gonna be stunned, right? Because they told you, I love you. And maybe they did, but they loved you for the wrong reasons. I'd rather a person like me than to love me. Yep. I'd rather a person to like me versus love me. And I'd rather a person to trust me rather to love me. And I'd rather a person to love me rather than to, respect me rather than to love me. Why? Because when a person like you, they want to be around you. They want to accommodate to you. They want to add to you. But when a person just love you, they can love you, but I don't like you. I don't want to be around you, right? I don't want to fix your plate. I don't want to, be around you. I don't want to have fun with you. I don't like you. I just love you, right? I'd rather a person to trust me than to love me. You know why? Because if you trust me, then that means that you can then respect me, right? And if you can do all those things, then love me. The point is, y'all, principles are everything. Somebody drop that down below in the comments. Principles are everything, right? And the principle is, if I'm not your type, then why are you here? If I'm not your type, then why do you want to be my friend? If I'm not your type, then why do you want the job? Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? Be straight up, be upfront is what I'm saying. And that's someone they're not. They're not upfront. They're foxes. They got to be sneaky about everything they do or have done. Okay. Number 3, their obsession with your election, right? Their obsession with your election. And what that means is, y'all, they know that you are a chosen one. And they like and love and honestly obsess over these 3 characteristics or qualities that the chosen one has. And that is, we are natural leaders, y'all. We can lead an army. We can lead a revolution. We can lead people. We can lead a job. We are natural leaders. We're not born to follow. We're not born to do what the average person is doing. We are not born to fall in line. We're not born for that. We are natural leaders. That's why you see many chosen ones, y'all, doing things that requires them to lead. Point blank period, right? Second quality they obsess over is the significance. Chosen ones are significant in any room they walk in, any table they sit at. We hold a certain level of significance. Why? Because we are valuable, right? We are very significant, which means people see you as an important person. If you are a healer, you're going to be significant to someone's life who's sick, right? If you are an entertainer, you're going to be significant in someone's life who needs, uplifting or encouragement or something that's going to, take their life or take their mind off the life that they have currently. If you are a person who can uplift people or motivate people, you're going to be very significant to someone who is depressed, sad, low, in a state of distraught. Make sense of what I'm saying, y'all? So it's like people who are stunned and those individuals who have these dirty little secrets, they love the fact that you have this significance, and this is what they want. They want that same level of significance, and you can't have it if you're not valuable. You can't have it if you don't have anything that, adds to a person's life. That value is everything, right? And the third chosen quality is perseverance, right? The third chosen quality is perseverance. Whenever you have perseverance, y'all, this means that you can literally be in the rain, you can be in hail, sleet, snow, tornado, you still gonna find a way, get up and keep going. You persevere, right? Let's just say you have a family. If you have a family, you don't allow what the family has going on to stop you from feeding them. Daughter can be acting up, son can be acting up, and they can be in their teenage years, right? You're not going to allow it to stop you. The job is, tripping. Wife, husband tripping. You're not going to allow it to stop you from your journey of success. What I'm saying, y'all, is that when it comes to you having these qualities, one of those ones that stick out is the perseverance. Some people wish they can keep going. Some people wish they would not give up. Some people wish they had it, but they simply don't. All right? It doesn't make them a bad person. It just means that they're not chosen, right? So you're going to be a natural leader. You're going to have significance, and you're going to be a person who persevered. All right? And that's their obsession with your election. They know that you're chosen, and they wish they can be in that same position. They sit from afar and just watch you. They sit from afar and fantasize if they were in your position. Make sense, y'all? Drop in the comments and let me know. Number 4, they are satanic agents. They are satanic agents, all right? Which means people who work for the devil. Simple as that, y'all. They are people who work for the devil. Now, I'm going to read this scripture right here, y'all. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. It says, "For we do not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this age, against spiritual hosts of wickedness in the heavenly places," right? Meaning in high places. Family, you're going to meet a lot of people who portray to be believers of God, right? And mind you, the devil know the word too. His demons know the word too. So just because a person quote a scripture or quote something Jesus said or quote something that, aligns with the Most High, it don't mean that their spirit aligns with the Most High. It don't mean that, right? It just means that they know the bait to throw out to catch you. You don't catch bass with the same bait that you catch a catfish with. You don't catch catfish with the same bait that you're going to catch a shark with, right? It takes different things. And so they know with you, if I talk about God, if I talk about chosen ones, if I talk about spirituality, if I talk about self-improvement, if I talk about motivation, if I talk about, bettering my life, I have a chance with this person. I have a chance to work my wonders. Understand something, y'all. They are satanic agents. When you go to a store and people are trying to pull you out of character, satanic agents, all right? When you are in your leasing office, okay, and you just simply trying to pay your rent and people are acting funny in there, satanic agents. If you Ubering and you on the road and people are acting funny, people got this road rage, it's like the enemy is coming through your car through the eyes of the people who are blowing their horn at you. I'm serious, y'all. You like, man, I can't escape the enemy. He on the road too. Family, that's a satanic agent, right? Because not only do they come to kill, steal, and destroy, but they also have these 3 traits right here. Deceptiveness, okay, which means they're giving an appearance or impression different from the true one. They're very misleading, right? Deceptiveness. Second trait they have is manipulation, and the third trait they have is impatience, right? They're trying to manipulate you because they're trying to get something from you, or they're trying to detour you or distract you or discourage you. But they're impatient because they really don't like you. I don't even want to be in your presence. I just want to hurry up and destroy you, right? I'm in a hurry to destroy you. This is the characteristic or traits of a satanic agent, all right? Once again, deceptiveness, manipulation, and impatience. They can't wait. They hurry up, right? That's why a person who's trying to finesse you, they're trying to hurry up and get you to buy. Hurry up and buy. Make sense, y'all? And the last thing is going to be number 5. It was all a part of the plan, okay? It was all a part of the plan, y'all. Don't think they made that mistake. That wasn't a mistake, y'all. Don't think that they didn't try to hurt you. No, they tried to, y'all. Don't think that, they really did love me. No, they did not. Right? No, because guess what? If they did, they would not have done it. How can you love something and still try to hurt it, right? Intentionally. Y'all remember the movie Blue Hill, right? With the guy who played House of Pain, light-skinned dude, curly hair, right? I forgot his name. He is a tremendous actor, great actor. But the movie Blue Hill Avenue, it's like a black mafia type movie, mob movie, right? They tried to take the same organization, whatever. I don't want to get too caught in that. But the point is, y'all, is that he wanted to get out of the game. He wanted to get out of selling drugs. He wanted to get out of the murderous and, killing lifestyle. He wanted to, but his friends wanted to stay in it, right? He was the only one who saved up money. He was the only one who had planned, and they kind of portrayed him as if like he was the smart one, the brains in the whole operation, right? But he ended up setting up all his friends. That was his way of getting out. They didn't want to get out, and they basically wanted him to stay in, and he set up his friends. And it took me years to realize that, he set his friends up, right? The only one he didn't set up was Simon, but I think he was going to set up Simon too. But the point is, y'all, is that it was all a part of his plan, right? All his friends died, everybody died, and he sitting here crying, and then once he get out the car, he go to his wife, and then he looks at the camera, as her as well, as she does as well, and then the movie go off. And I said, I got it. He set his friends up, and that's how he got out the game. But the point is, y'all, is that it was all a part of his plan. And again, y'all, the reason why they did that is because it was a part of their plan. Don't feel sorrow. Don't feel remorse. Stop feeling bad for people. They don't feel bad for you. Okay? I'm not saying not to have a heart for people who deserve it. I'm not saying not to have compassion for people who does deserve it, right? I'm saying for those who are willingly hurting you and harming you and trying to destroy you and kill you, I'm not saying not to have a heart, right? But don't feel bad for these people. It was a part of their plan. They meant to do it. There's a difference in between the person who stepped on my shoe and they was like, hey, man, I'm sorry about that, Reno. Hey, I apologize, man. Sorry about that. Right? And then there's a person who stepped on my shoe and look at me like, what? Don't feel sorry for that person. They meant to do it. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, y'all, that's going to conclude this video. Number one, y'all, they lied about who they were, okay? Number two, you were never their type. Number three, they had an obsession with your election. All right, number four, they are satanic agents. And number five, y'all, it was all a part of their plan. All right, listen, y'all already know how we do. The Rich Mentality Academy is available and it is open. Y'all make sure y'all join that. Come meet your tribe. I got courses that's within there. I'm going to add more to it. All right. Listen, y'all, it's a great thing to join, man. Y'all make sure y'all meet me over there. Y'all join the family, join the academy, all right? Of course, y'all, t-shirts are still the same, okay? Book a one-on-one session with your boy, all right? But seriously, y'all, Rich Mentality Academy, it's it, all right? It's up right now. Y'all make sure y'all go over there and join. But I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. Y'all keep a rich mentality. Peace.